My name is Aycheh Al-Chami. I'm a second-year PhD student at the Neuroscience Department at Carleton. So I grew up in Lebanon, and while I love Lebanon so much, it's my home country. Unfortunately, because of the constant potential for conflict and civil war, it was not a very safe place to stay in, and so my parents decided to move somewhere where we could enhance our quality of life. I recall one time when my mom told me that we all have to go to my grandma's house, which was more underground, because the bombing were happening and we wanted to be somewhere safer while all of that was going on. Looking back at it now, I realize how much of a dangerous place and situations we were in, and especially as a child. And I'm kind of grateful that as a child I didn't understand how dangerous it was. My parents probably did, but looking back, it is very strange to look at how much in kind of unsafe place I was, unfortunately. When I was 12 years old, we moved to Dubai, and our stay in there was very brief. We only stayed for 4 years, and my family found better opportunities in Canada, and so we moved here straight to Ottawa. Before moving to Canada, I was honestly very stressed because while the transition from Lebanon to Dubai was a little bit difficult, they were still both Arab countries. And to me, moving to a Western country would be a lot different. And I was worried how I would be able to integrate and start my school experience there somewhere completely new, if I would be able to make friends, and how I would be able to even communicate fluently with everyone around me. I think it was very good for me when I came to Canada to see the multiculturalism. I felt so much at ease because of that, definitely, and especially when I went to this new high school, seeing people from different places, it really made me feel at ease. Like, okay, it's not a place where everyone just looks one way and I just look very different. So while we did learn English back in Dubai, it was not the first language. Outside school, everyone spoke Arabic. My English teacher spent a lot of time helping me, teaching me how to write and teaching me how to speak English. I remember that I went to her and I asked her, "Do you think I could get a high grade?" And she said, "Why not?" And I was so surprised and so happy that while it was very difficult, like I was saying, "Oh, can I get this really high grade?" She said, "Why not? Yes, of course you can do it." Having a teacher who believed in me so much and was willing to help me at any time that I needed, I thought that that's all anyone needs to be successful. At the end of grade 12, my family and I were driving around and I saw the Carleton campus, and I immediately felt like this is a place where I want to continue my academic career. I felt like if being in such a beautiful campus will positively influence my stay here, and it definitely did. When I was in second year, I started looking for what potential undergraduate projects I could be doing, and I found that Dr. Hung Yusan studies how early life stress affects the developing brain, and I found that to be very fascinating because I've always been interested in understanding how our early life experience shapes the person we become. And we started putting this paper together, and next thing he calls me saying, it's in, we got it. And I was very happy, and it was such a relief because after a straight year of being so stressed and not sure about if this is the right path for me, I finally get this result, and it was very rewarding. So one thing that I've always wanted to do was to be a teacher and inspire students to love learning and find their passions like I was inspired throughout so many stages of my life. So even though I come from a very different background and a very different culture, I found it comfortable to be here, and I found myself to be in a very accepting environment because of the diverse and multicultural nature of Carleton and Ottawa in general. Working in a diverse environment also means people who think differently, which allows for different contributions to the project. And in a research environment, this is important because it means that we can explore new ideas and new directions, and it also makes it a more engaging environment as well.